Hi, welcome to CBug's Records, new arrivals for the week of January 20th. I'm Bug. This is my record store in East Windsor, Connecticut. Please subscribe. Please pass this video along. Let's see, I got basically two lots today, but I'm going to start with a few that are left over from last week. And last week was mostly the older stuff, but there's a few cool ones that didn't get in the video. This is called A Christmas Gift for You, from Phillies Records. This is a good one. Let's see, it has the Crystals, the Ronettes, Darlene Love. I mean, the Ronettes are the big thing. The Ronettes are so hard to find, even to get one for Christmas. So this is actually pretty rare, $40 for this one. This is called Bill Justice Raunchy. Now this is, it says, and other great instrumentals. And they're not all instrumentals, but this is on Sun Records, which definitely makes it a little more valuable. So it's about $15. This is, I believe it's a double record from the movie Diner, which was in the early 80s, but it's really 50s and some early 60s music. What are we for that? I think we're around 16 for that. This is the Aquatones Sing For You. Looks like a promo because it has the radio station on it. These are about 15. So that's about it. The next lot came in and I paid $80 for what I'm about to show you. There were a couple that didn't really make it. They were a little more scratched than I thought. But this is the good stuff. And, $80 is a pretty fair price. It wasn't the best deal I ever made, but it was good. So we'll start with Pyromania. And we are at 24 for that. I think I got a couple now. Same thing for 1984. Van Halen, we're at $38. Bob Seger, Night Moves. I actually don't have this one. I was surprised I have a lot of Bob Seger. About $10. Don Henley, Building the Perfect Beast. Really good album. I like this album. About $9 for that. Here's an interesting one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I love this movie. But I've never seen this album before. This is the story. Someone's telling the story. I think it's with some of the audio from the movie, but it's not the music. I think we're at $20 for that. See, The Doors, The Soft Parade. Not the best Doors album, but it is a Doors album. I think we're at 18. Sheena Easton. The first one, when she was sweet Sheena Easton. With, her baby takes the morning train. What are we for that? 15 maybe? I gotta check. Now in Zen, Robert Plant. Haven't had this one for a while. Around $10. Cheech and Chong. First album, I assume, because it's self-titled. About $10. Wang Chung, Mosaic. I think we're at 9. Let's see. Falco, Rock Me Amadeus. 12-inch single, $8. And Rough House, not really familiar with this, haven't heard it yet. It's considered hard rock, so we'll see if it's more of a metal or a punk. $18 for that. And Susie and the Banshees, another 12-inch single, $8. So the rest of these, my friend and I went to Torrington. So there's two flea markets. We did the exact same thing last year, and the exact same thing happened. Nothing at either of them. I mean, they I don't want to put any flea market down, but they're these indoor places, and a lot of them, they don't have prices on, so it makes it so hard and just frustrating. And I swear I saw 5 or 6 Sean Cassidy albums, just the same things over and over, a lot of scratches. But there is another shop we went to, and the same thing last year, and I got a few at the shop. I really like the shop. I don't know the name of it, but it's in Torrington. So let's see. I think the first few were from that shop. Let's say that. I think these were from that shop. What I'm about to show you, all of these came to $345. So I'll start with the ones that I think were from the shop. And we're going to start with a couple Frank Zappa, because I am out. So this was Frank Zappa Orchestra Favorites. I've never seen this before. It's only $15. I'm not sure if it's looks like there's 5 songs, and I'm not sure if it's more of a 12-inch single, but 5 different songs. You don't get the disco mix or anything. In this, I haven't seen either, but I was excited. Zappa and the Mothers, Roxy and Elsewhere. And this one, I think around 40 bucks for it. It's a double live album. Another double live album, The Best of Grateful Dead. I think we are 35 for that. Devo, Are We Not Men? Answer, we are Devo. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about. About 20 bucks, these are up a little bit. Yeah, let's see, I think this was still there. Steely Dan Greatest Hits. Don't have any of these right now. Always go pretty quickly. So we are at 28 for those. And Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? I think we are about 40 to 45. Okay, one more. I forgot this one. This is from Goodwill in Torrington. We just happened to go by it. And it's Imagine Dragons, Mercury Act 1. I don't know any of these songs. You know, and I recognize some Imagine Dragons because my son likes them. But it's sealed, but it's kind of not sealed too, so I don't know what to do with that. I think I'm going to be around $25 for that. Okay, so all the rest I got when he lives in Plainville, so when we were heading back, we stopped at the Plainville flea market, and I got some great stuff. There's a new dealer there, and he has some really nice stuff. I went there once before, maybe 6 months ago, and I thought it might have been a fluke. They just had some really nice things, but he got some more. So let's go through these. Billy Joel Greatest Hits, $45. This one has gone way up. I had it several months ago and sold it right away. Weird Al in 3D, $35 for that. Thriller, I don't have any. I think we're at 22 to 24. A few Madonnas. So Madonna, I think we're around 18. And I got 2 True Blues, and these both have the poster in them. So these are 20 bucks, I believe. Another Michael Jackson Bad will be 35. The Best of Sam Cooke, I think 20. Whitney, which I think I'm out of all Whitney Houston right now, I think 20. This one, I have not owned this one in years. Tears for Fears, Song from the Big Chair. It used to be an $8 album. It's skyrocketed. So this is now a $30 album. Not sure why. That's one of the weird ones. This one went way up too. This is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I have no Joan Jett, no Runaways, nothing, so I really needed this one. And I think we're up to 18 to 24. Clockwork Orange. Love this movie. I don't usually like soundtracks that aren't like, popular music, but this one I do because it's so distinct. 20 bucks for that. One of my favorite albums of all time. Donald Fagen, Night Flight, $22. Let's see, we got Zeppelin 4 with a hype sticker. That's kind of interesting. We're at 35 for these. Leonard Skinner, Street Survivors, not with the flame. It has some issues here, but it's in good shape. The record is 12 bucks for that. Billie Holiday, I'm out of Billie Holiday too. Shades of Blue. This will be 16.18. Rush Power Windows, 24 for this one. Zeppelin In Through the Outdoor with a nice bag on it. 40 bucks for that. Dr. Demento, Greatest Novelty Records of All Time, the 80s. So this has a couple Weird Al songs. It has Eat It and another one, Rides the Bus. I think we're at 12, I believe. 12. Another Frank Zappa, Joe's Garage. 35 to 40. I think I put 35 on it. Sound Effects, Death and Horror, Volume 13. All these things always sell. Anything Halloween. 15 bucks for that. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. Boris Midney music from Empire Strikes Back. I didn't know what it was. It's not John Williams. This is, the music is redone, but it's funky. It's almost kind of like those Mecco things, but I think it's better. I actually really enjoyed this. I think $20 on it. Marvin Gaye, greatest hits. I don't have any Marvin Gaye. It's probably up to around 22, 20, like 20 also. Prince, Around the World in a Day. Probably shouldn't have gotten this. I mean, I'll make a couple bucks on it, but I didn't realize I had to. So I think we're at 22 on those. Control, Janet Jackson's around 20. Let's see, Paul Simon, Graceland. Fantastic album, 18 to 20. I like stupid albums. I just do. My Doctor, My Friend. Only $9 or $10. I haven't listened to it yet. It looks like it's all songs about, my doctor is a very good friend of mine. Next song, Yearly Exam. Next song, When Someone is Sick. I don't know. I like stuff like that. Peter Gabriel. One of the albums called Peter Gabriel. This is a great album. It's the one with Games Without Frontiers and Biko. Believe Roll of 22 on it. So this was great for me. This was all stuff that I can make some money on, but I know is going to sell. So I'm not worried about it at all. It was a great trip. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in here.